I never liked it. I thought that the rear wheel wells in particular looked like fender skirts. I mean, I've looked at pictures of these on the internet, and I get what they were going for, but I think Leslie missed the mark as well. I loved the paint. There was something on the inside of the windshield I couldn't get off, and I don't know what it was. But anyway, this is TimeRider, and tonight I'm going to revisit the Porsche 910. I used my rotary tool to round out the holes for the wheel wells. I did this both front and back, and just made them a little rounder. I had a specific set of tires and wheels that I wanted to put on. A little bit of wet sanding to get the burrs off the edges. And then I guess you could call it the point of no return. Hold your breath. This is some vile stuff. Look, there's a skin in there from a Matchbox. Anyway, after I got it out and gave it a once over, everything looked pretty good. It just needed a good cleaning, which it got. And then I think a number of you probably saw this on one of the episodes of The Bench, at least those of you who stick around and watch it. I had a suggestion to just clear coat it like this, and I'll tell you what, the thought actually had occurred to me. I just thought it looked kind of different, but anyway, that's where I was at that point. I had actually looked on the internet and found a couple pictures of the inside of these cars, and I was surprised to see that some of them had red seats, but I thought that would be interesting, and so I painted the seats with clear red and then the sides with gray, and then I did a tire wash over the red. I decided to go a completely different direction with the paint, and I decided to paint it yellow, as is pretty typical of how I do things. First things first, a tack coat, and then after that I just lay on coat after coat after coat until I start to get the result that I hoped. This is not a clear paint. This is just straight up Tamiya X8, I believe it is, lemon yellow. You know, everybody, they said to me, you should make a race car out of it. You should make a race car out of it. And I had some decals from a 124th model that I had built a while back. And so using extra decals and some things I had, I put decals on it. And then, as always, I'm clear coating over the decals so that they'll be permanent. So here's all the pieces. People ask me how I do these axles, and I use epoxy, aerodite, whatever you choose to call it, 2-part resin. And then I take a piece of 1/16 inside diameter metal tubing, and I cut it to the width of the chassis, and then put it into the epoxy. I put a layer on, put the axle on, let it cure a little bit, and then put another layer over the top. What you'll find is most of these aftermarket wheels will slide right inside the 1/16 inch, and they'll still roll. So that's pretty much how I make the axles. It's not very hard. Nope, there's no suspension, but they're solid and they roll. There you can see the inside. I did the tire wash over the red seats to kind of take the red off a little bit. That glass, I actually had to buy another of these models and get the glass out of it because I ruined the glass I had. So yeah, I didn't smoke it or anything. I just put it in there as it was. Oh, wait. I think the guy needs a place to sit, right? The little Matchbox race car guy. And the taillights held in the back. And then there's one post on the front. So there it is assembled. That's the extra one I bought to get the glass out of it so you can kind of see what it was originally. I'll zoom in on it a little bit here. So there's the wheel wells before. Here's the wheel wells after my modification. You can see I did some detailing on the back. Call it done. So here's a little revisit of where we started. And like I said, I liked the paint. I just didn't think it was the right paint for a racer, I guess. And without further ado, here it is. I don't know if it's an improvement or not. I guess it depends on who you are. The Matchbox 68C Porsche 910. Stick around for an episode of The Bench, if that's your thing. This is TimeRider, and I'll leave the light on for you. Hey, welcome to The Bench, where I share useless information and other tidbits of what's going on my workbench. First, though, I do have to add that the little consortium of Let's All Do a Wrecker has grown by 2. We have George Hodges, and he's going to be doing this nice little cement mixer. And we also have Matchbox Garage, who's going to do what I guess is called a dinky dumper. And we're looking to release these on the 1st of the month. So hold your breath, and we're all trying to coordinate our efforts to get this done. So this bad boy is ready for paint. And hopefully I'm going to get to that here a little later on tonight. After the last go around, well, hopefully it'll go better this time. And I want to thank everybody for your suggestions on colors and different ways to, prepare this cutlass. It's a beautiful little model, though. And then also, I've been working, as you probably know, on this kind of fake F1 Matchbox, Team Matchbox something or another. And I've been filing and sanding and sanding and filing, and I think I finally have it down to the point where it's smooth enough to lay some paint on it. I think everybody's really going to like this one when it's done. I still have some cleaning to do on the interior pieces, and I'm still trying to get the tire thing figured out. But look for it. It's coming. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.